This episode is brought to you by TwoLinedMusicHutStore.com. TwoLinedMusicHutStore.com is your all-access to culture. Check out cultural merchandise like leggings, hats, mini boxing gloves, and bags. Also t-shirts like hip-hop, nature, rock bands, reggae, and dark fantasy. Fast shipping worldwide. That's TwoLinedMusicHutStore.com. Now let's check out this episode. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Muscle, and this is another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast. And today, we have a really special guest in the building. Listen, this man's been giving you some major hits from in the 90s, come right up to right now. He gave you hits like Little Miss, Kimbo King, Jump and Sound, Koono, Madeline, Whining Skill, and so much more. You know, we have in the building today, we have Mr. Reggie Stepper in the building today. What's going on, big boss?
Okay, you know.
You understand
everything, Chris.
Big up yourself so much, and thank you for joining us here on the Entertainment Report podcast today.
Yeah, the Entertainment Report podcast with Muscle, great feature. Just do the thing, everything all right. You see me, I say, where's the step of this?
Maximum respect. On this podcast, we like to take it right from the beginning and then bring it right up to today. So my first question for you is this. Where did you grow up in Jamaica, and what type of child were you?
Well, I grew up in a place called Barrington. That's that's St. Andrew, Upper St. Andrew. Kingston 8. Barrington, Kingston 8. And my upgrowing was I went to a Baptist church, which was in Barbican area. Then I stopped from the Baptist church and went to a Catholic church, Aquinas Center in Papine. Then I got back to my Baptist church, and then I left church.
So your early time was spent in a lot of church back and forth.
Yes, my mommy and daddy, that was their thing, you know. They insisted that we go to church, and tell you the truth, the church teaches a lot of discipline, you know. So people get disciplined when they go to church, you know. To me,
for sure. And what was the neighborhood like growing up at that time when you're growing up in the neighborhood? What was it like in your neighborhood?
Well, we were poor. We didn't have any money, but we played sports. We had a lot of sporting things to do. But I wasn't like a main sportsman, but I was a main sports goer. I would go to everything: football, running. The thing I could do, because when we were growing, all my friends could play cricket and football better than me, and so on. So what I did, I went and learned to swim, because Jamaicans don't love swim. So I went and learned to swim. So when we went to the beaches, I was a star, because I could swim way out and far out, when my friends had to stay in the shallow part where they could walk without the water covering them.
Got you. And even music-wise, what type of vibes was in there? Was it a musical area? Did you see sound systems, artists? What was going on at that time? My dad sang at 9 nights. When people die, they have a thing named 9 nights. Mm-hmm. At 9 nights after death, so that they would have some singing, and not really the 9 night, the night before burial, the wake, as we call it in foreign. So when it was the wake, my dad would sing, and he had a good voice. I used to listen to him. I never used to love going to those things, but because my dad was there singing, you know, it wasn't a profession like he was getting paid. He and his friend would just go to these things, and he would sing. Some would sing baritone, some would sing some soprano, some treble, you know. So it was nice listening to it. And my dad had a turntable and an amps and a radio that it's on a turntable, and he used to buy a lot of records. My dad loved records. We especially my dad's favorite record it was Larry Marshall. I Admire You. You know, he had about 6 or 7 copies of that. He had it. He had it in everything. He had it.
And 45, then late in the later part, it got on disco mix. That's how my dad was. He just loved music. But he wasn't like a man going to dance or party or that. But he loves music. And I used to listen to my dad a lot. So probably that's where the love for music came. And in church, because I sang in the choir and so on. And at school, I sang in the school choir. So it was like from a youth, I used to involve in music in some way or the other. And then I can even remember, I remember there was this, we used to have mouth sound, like a man would play the rhythm with his mouth. And there was a place on Birdsucker Lane, that's where I was born, that's where I came from. And Brigadier Jerry passed through when we used to do that thing. We used to keep dance and just make noise with our mouth and sell callaloo and rice. So I remember one time Brigadier Jerry came, because Brigadier went to school with most of my friends. They went to Papin. And when Brigadier was there, Brigadier was on the mouth sound, and it was great. That was one of the greatest night. Oh my.
For real, from there. So okay, so you're doing this. Even so then now when you're going to high school and stuff like, did you enter any competitions, or what was it like going through from there?
No, I didn't enter competition because I was a bit shy. When by my lonesome, doing it alone, I was a bit shy. Until I saw my big brother DJing on a song one Sunday evening. It was strange to me because I didn't see it in him that he would DJ. So when I saw him DJing the next Sunday, I wanted to do it too. But so what I did, I went home and practiced on this tape. We would have a tape and amps and a turntable, so we would play the music. But those time tapes wasn't connected in the amp in line. So you have to just tape it just like that, and when you tape it, you listen it back. So when we were taping the music, I would DJ, and then we would tape it and listen it, and we kind of like the sound. So, I kind of like the sound. So that's where it really started. And then when I went to Jamaica College, and when I was going to JC, there was a sound. There was this. We used to listen to King Tubby's and Tipper when we were much younger. And when we went to dances, I would get locked out. So every time I go to the dance, I know I have to stay outside till daylight. So we used to do that until I passed my exam and went to Jamaica College, and I still love the music, and I fell in love with a sound named King Atani. And we tried to follow King Atani, but King Atani had Trevor Rankin, Hugh Brown, Danny Dre the selector, and there was this big question mark if Uri was going to come there. So I saw Trevor Rankin in the dance. He was shorter than me at the time, and probably he was younger than me. And I was like, this little youth, mash up the place and warm to me. We must come out and do my thing. But then I didn't really have no substantial lyrics, but I built two songs, two lyrics, one from Trevor Rankin and one from Hugh Brown. Those were my first two lyrics. One, Trevor Rankin used to have a thing named Roots the Hard Way. I built a lyrics named Steppers the Hard Way, because there were a lot of us named Steppers. A lot of friends of us, because it was from a football team. We form a corner league football team, and corner league is like community football. So we form aside from the community named Steppers. So, but Steppers never had no artist. It was only me. And I remember one time we went to a dance, and when I came to the dance, I saw all my friends outside sitting on a bridge, and I was like, "What's up?" And he was like, every corner league side have an artist, and we don't have any. So all the people in there singing and DJing is from somewhere. It's from another corner. So they would be making pure noise in the dance, and we didn't have any DJ, so we stay outside. But then I came and I said, I have 2 lyrics. Mm-hmm. And man said, Reggie, where are they? I said, I'm a DJ. I try the DJ thing. I have 2 lyrics. You could go and go test it. Mm-hmm. And I said, all right. So we went in and we start DJ the Trevor ranking one first. And in time of DJ, the place mash up. And I said, what? But my voice, I didn't have control of my voice at that time.
Okay.
So it was depth, overly depthy. It was too deep. So when I finished, my friends who weren't steppers, they were my friends from in the community. They would, but who they were from another team, they would like, Reggie, your voice was sieve. I'm gonna sieve that voice too coarse. Mm-hmm. And sieving is like when you sieve the sand, you want to get the fine sand, you sieve it from the coarse sand to the fine sand. You see me? I say, so in other words, my voice need to be refined. Refined it, you know? But I practiced it and trained it for a while, and I then got control of it. I could be depthy if I want. I could be up in the heights if I want, and I could be in the middle if I want. Then I saw that I had a full control of my voice. I could do anything with my voice. As long as DJ with my voice. I tried singing, but definitely too coarse.
Yeah. So you started, because I know you said in church you were singing and stuff. So when you came to dances, you thought you were going to get into singing first.
Yeah, I thought I was going to do singing, but them time my voice changed, so me get extra coarse. You see me? I say my voice was coarse. Come in to talk even deeper than this. Mm-hmm. You see me? I say probably I threw me up in a year, me kind of I try to talk a little lighter, but I straight deep. When somebody asks me nothing, I say, Reggie's where and I say, yeah man, everything good. You see me? I say now I can say everything good. You know, we can go up and say everything good, but them time everything good.
So, what year was it that you found these 2 lyrics that you were DJing? What do you remember? What year it was?
No, I don't remember the years, but oh man, you know, I never check back. Like it's so easy to check back, but all I have to remember is when King Atani used to play in Barbican, right? Because I heard Trevor in the dance saying it, and it was in Barbican. He was in the dance. Trevor ranking. Let's see. I left school
probably 70s. Like early 80s.
No, that was before 80.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I left school 77. Mm-hmm. And I think Trevor. She used to play Trevor ranking at school. So it's probably about 75. I probably a little earlier, but I remember I left school 77 and I used to go to the dances before 77 to listen to King Atani. So it must be somewhere less than 77. You see what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
And even before we get too far now, I know you said the crew was Stepper. So then how did you put it together to get your name, Reggie Stepper?
Well, we were a dance fanatic. We love to go to dance. But we tend to go to dance and we would pull up and spend our money. When our money finished, we didn't have taxi fare or whatever fare to go home. Mm-hmm. So we would walk, not care how far we went to the dance. When dance finished, we would walk it home. Yeah. And then one of my friends bought a bike and he would carry us one. That was a joke. like he would not one, he would carry two. And if we're coming from a place known as Jackson, if we're coming from Jackson, he would carry like 4 or 5 each time because Jackson was in the hills, so there wasn't like cops ruling or anything like that telling you what to do. You have to ride, come back to Barbican, then you see the police. You know, in those days, the police was up there, so we used to do that.
From back that time there. So, okay, so then now you got the name because you guys were stepping. And we used to walk from dance and
because the people said we decided to form a corner league team with all the people who come from dance. Mm-hmm. There were a few people who used to be in the walking crew who didn't become steppers. Mm-hmm. You know, even my friend Liberty's crew, who was a DJ for Arrows International, right? So me and him was sparring P. But he didn't come to steppers. He stuck to his community side, which was Barbican way. This man said, but we know we call ourselves steppers, and we came up with the name. If I should really tell the truth, mm-hmm. Not saying I'm lying, but the real thing after we chose the name because we walked was because there was this group in Jamaica, bad boy group, by the name of the Hot Steppers. Mm-hmm. You see what I say? So we said we are the Road Steppers. So we just call ourselves Steppers. But that other influence also.
So it was a combination of things here that got.
Yeah, so I really love to tell people about get the stepper from the stepper again. But when I really check it out, Star, even though we considered it. I was say, boy, you have that stepper already, you know, I come with the name of stepper. I would say, rude boy, they want a rude boy, man, because we go dance and not Jamaica, everybody a rude boy. So when we go dance, at them time there was a crew of us, and we are rude boy, we stick together, we fight together, anything together. See? So the name Steppers, I'm just hold on for the name, but the night and time we got DJ. Mm-hmm. We DJ as Reggie Stepper. So it just automatically stuck.
From there, all right. So then you first tried out your lyrics, and then now did you get to a permanent song or did you get to a studio? What was your next move at that time there?
My next the thing that happened next, right? We built a small sound. Mm-hmm. Me, my friends, it's not really we build it still, but Winston, there was this man named Winston who had a couple little amps, but Alfred, my friend Fred, used to go over there and play the sound. So then now me start go over there and we start DJ and things. So we had something to practice on. So then the sound got a every Friday date. Next door is yard. There was like a restaurant, and every Friday they would cook soup and roast fish or chicken or something like that. So on Fridays we got the chance to play there, and I got a chance to DJ there. So that was really my first launch. I call the sound Challenger International. That was that, and it was mostly Studio One. Because Studio One was the thing. And then we came with Joe Gibbs, Treasure Isles, and some other thing, but mainly was Studio One.
Studio One on Challenger that you guys were playing, and that's how you really learned to DJ on those type of.
Yeah, I practice a lot on Challenger, and then in future endeavor, and then I started doing the community all around the community till the community respected me and as a young artist. But I didn't really was looking at it professionally. I was in my time there was love for the business more than professional, looking for the professional part or the business part. I wasn't interested in money or that. I just loved it. I love money, yes, but I just love music and love DJ. So we'd go anywhere, go DJ. So me I say. And then now, after I was with Challenger for a while, just only on Fridays, practicing, there was a dance in Jacksonville, and I went, there was a sound by the name of Hilltone, and I went to Hilltone dance, and in the hours when the people who were DJ left or stopped DJing, I started. And when I came home, I heard that the boss for the sound said he wanted to know the man who was talking in the early morning.
Yeah.
So they told him my name was Reggie, and he said I should send a message from me, said I should come and give him a check up in Jacksonville. And when I went to him, he said, I wanted to DJ my sound. Like how your sound. And Ray and him said, well, I'm for DJ the sound. So I immediately got hired for that sound. So that was my first sound why I collected the money. And them time the money was little bit. I probably get $10 or $20 or $30.
Was there any other notable singers or DJs on the sound at that time there?
Yeah, there was Pinchers, but there was Pinchers, but he was a little youth. He was a little youth, and we went to a dance, and the sound name changed from Hilltone immediately after I came there to Intrepid. And I said, where do I get this name from? I said, Intrepid means fearless. That was like a boat, a ship in the World War for America. You see, America, this ship Intrepid, and it is docked. It is docked on the seaside in Manhattan somewhere, where people go and visit the Intrepid. So the name was Intrepid means fearless. So that was the name we got for the sound. So we and Pinchers, we went to a dance in Geisel. Remember, Pinchers wasn't really a singer then, but he would come rehearse with us in the evening sometimes. So I knew he could sing, but he wasn't really a singer yet to the boss or the people, right? But when we went to Geisel, we started to DJ. There was like 7 or so youths that came with us, help us with the sound and the equipment then to put in the dance and so on. Pinchers was one of them. And I said to them, them time the dance start early, it's like 5 in the evening and 5:30 in our country there. So I start DJ from 5:30 till about 11, 12. And I say, me alone. So I say, no man, out of the whole crew away, no man, let me come up and try sing or DJ with me. No man, this not look good, man. All warriors upside for man come and ray. So them time me have a tune name, me have a lyrics on my chat we say, whether they them, lyrics me no borrow but a lyrics on me learn, contractor bust like hell in all them. This is, you know, and Pinchers come sing. Pinchers say, man, come sing a song. And I say, all right, yes, you. I'm glad for a singer. I'm glad for somebody come ease me because it was me alone. See? And him sing, lift it up again. Lift it up again. And I say, no, man, that tune a bad man. So, and then the next youth named Tough Gang will come DJ, and the DJ some nice days get some forward in our country too. Pinchers get big forward too. So when the boss come about 1 o'clock in the night. When the boss come and the boss I say, Reggie, him dead all right. And when he reach morning now him start saying I'm gonna pay me now and pay the selector. So when him pay me now and pay the selector, so him a give money to the people and help him out help him to carry the sound. And I say to him, yo Benji, I'm named Benji, and I said to him, yo Benji. He wasn't the man that hired me, it was his father, but this is his son who's running the sound now. So, and someone said, Benji, you can't pay Pinchers no money like him a help, you know. A singer pay you have to give him, you know. And Tough Gang, you know. Because the man sing and mash at the place, you know. No more time, them man they are singer for the sound, boss. Singer, this man is a singer for the sound. You see what I say? And then there was an incident where him leave the community and go somewhere else go live and him go meet Fatis. And there him just sing the tune where he must sing for a good while. Lift it up again and it you know, because Pinchers bust long before me, you know. Even, you see what I say? Even though I'm my little youth at that time, because him that doing thing before. But at that time, point in life when he came amongst me. That was, I think, the time he took it mainly serious because I recommended him as a singer to my boss, and he collected pay for being a singer.
That's big right there, Pinchers. So do you remember any other big nights on Intrepid this time, whether it was a Clash or something, another big night on Intrepid?
Oh, there was a lot of big nights on Intrepid, but the biggest night with a sound in those days with me was not an Intrepid. This was from another sound by the name of Music Love, which was Loud Tone first, but it changed to Music Love. So Music Love was this sound which I also DJ after a while. So, but I wasn't the top DJ there. So there was a clash one time with a sound named Fame International. Music Love clashed this sound. Loud Tone, because people mostly remember Loud Tone, but a Music Love still. And we clash the sound are bigger than our sound by far. Last win of the dance, but all our reverence still. And we had a couple of artists as well. Miguel, Kuya, Jason did have tell me love, tell her goodbye. A big tune in Jamaica. It did come. So we had these artists, and I wasn't top sprung or second sprung or third sprung. I was like fifth sprung or fourth sprung on this sound. But so when the clash was on, the main artists did their stuff, but then they gave me a chance to do my part. And I put two boxes together and stand up on them and point it over by the sound and draw the kuuno and the jump on. Either the kuuno or the jump on. So no, that was the kuuno night. That was the kuuno night. Leo one was the jump on sound night. Yes. The kuuno. And I start point on the sound man them over there, so I said, Kuuno to. Seta satellite and seta mono kono. Seta idiot and seta, you know, and the whole place smash up. You know, cause I wasn't the top track, but I'm gonna get some big forward for my song. So that was the night when I really stamped on an authority in my community. When the people them really said, no man, Reggie boy and Vice big. And him have good lyrics. Yeah, man, him a go on, man. You know, because there was when a song come to play in Barbican, I always try squeezing a one talk. During one of your songs, I can't really squeeze in. Every time it's squeezing, the main song used to chat on Metro Media. When Metro Media come Barbican, I always chat on Metro Media. I follow Metro Media one time for 3 nights straight, 3 different places. When left Barbican, then we go Standpipe, and then we go out at East. I'm going to follow Metro Media the whole of the night there, and each night I draw one lyrics. And every time I draw the one lyrics, the place match, but I tune him, Opel, take no chance with them. Police with 16 on them 9, Opel, take no chance with them. Police with 16 on them 9, Who worries about the rich and me say no problem. To them come in and they get up, me say so often. Me get a blood of mercy that early morning. Me gonna run it back, me gonna go feed 2 chicken. Man around the front part, time and he ran knocking. And to me did a bonus with a to show pen. Me go eat upside me woman say I have every Friday. They knocking on the voice and saying police are open. But before me do that, me have a certain. So me, it's back a half. Me say I have my curtain. Sight a man looking like Badaford, a man looking like Ling, a man looking like you with and a whole bunch of them. Some with 16 and some baddest lyrics in them days. Them and let's say. Anyway, me go and draw that. The place stood upside. I'm them DJ them tune now. And I'm a baddest lyrics thing that I'm a backbone lyrics that. Anybody anytime I face big artists, I hit my jaw, I forget my forward them.
From there. All right, so you're doing these dances and everything. When did you connect with Piper now?
Piper, we went to school together. We went to Jamaica College. I was one year above him. So they were, and he used to live near me when he was younger. But he went to Miami. Sorry, he went to Miami for many years, and I didn't see him. Then he came back riding a bike, and I was sitting on the roadside near the end of Burro Lane. Then I saw him. I saw this person ride this bike come beside my foot, but he had on a helmet, so it was what Reggie. And I said, "Who this? I can't make out how you know man helmet, man. But say your face." And him lift up the helmet and And look at them and say, I said, I take a pipe about 12 years, I say, if I left school, I'm going to buck up nowhere. You know? And then, me and him tighten up back as friends, and after a while, I said to him, say, because I used to help him out in things what he was doing. Anything he was doing, I used to help him out. As a matter of fact, I used to work for him. I started working for him. So I used to help him out, carrying kids them to school. I used to drive and ride, but I wasn't perfect. But going amongst Piper had bikes and he had vehicles. So I learned my perfect, my driving and my riding skill when amongst Piper. So after a couple of years amongst Piper, one day something happened. Something happened, and he was supposed to give me. He was going to give me some money because of whatever it was, and I told him that nobody give me no money, you know. Because we could go to the studio. And I said, "We all do the studio." And I said, "Papa, I'm a DJ." And I said, "What do you mean DJ? Because I never even know what is a DJ." And I said, I'm never interested in music. My first Jamaican that never seen nothing about music. Or DJ. And see me, I said, I'm a DJ. And I said, what do you mean? I said, like the rapper then. And then Shabba got little play. And I said, I like Shabba ranking, man. And he said, oh. And I said, yeah. So he said, what him for do? And I said, get some 2-track, get some 16-track, and get some 24-track, and get some, I think was that, get some that cassette, so we could put the finishing touch on it after the 2-track. 2-track would have made the acetate to make the record. So I showed him the whole works, so we started. So he said, which studio we were going to work? I'm going to say, I'm going to a mixing lab. I'm carrying a mixing lab. When I came in a mixing lab, he saw Rai Francis, and pure laughing, the two of them start laugh because like eventually they were friends from a longer time. I didn't know that. So everything just started to come together. So we booked some time. He said, I said, book some time from Rai, and then now we're calling some motion. So I said, which motion? I said, Steely and Clevy. Steely and Clevy being average as the best to get my things going at that time. Even though Sly and Robbie, I'm a real virgin them. Steely and Clevy, them the little younger, some say probably try with the younger feels, you know. And they played 3 rhythm for Piper that day. They played Whining Skill rhythm, they played a Nice and Lovely rhythm, and they played a rhythm which Piper called the Unknown, because we never used that rhythm, and nobody ever went on that rhythm. So, at that time, my song was my favorite song was Nice and Lovely. So, that's the first song I voiced for Piper. Voiced Nice and Lovely, but then now the Whining Skill. Now I was going into the studio, Whining Skill was playing, and I saw Super Beagle in the corridor. So. He was singing, come on, little girl, come on. You know, over there, studio, you want attention, just sing and DJ, because we used to do it in the past, you know. So, him say, come on, little girl, come on. Come on, little girl, come and dance with me. And I said to him, say, and I singing the original singing for the rhythm, you know. That's how the rhythm name now, but still Steely play it different, because the rhythm name come on like a girl. But you Steely play it different with them big piece. And so it may sound like a different, but the same phrase then. You see me I say? So I said, so Piper say, when we go in the studio, Piper say, Reggie, that you out there, so like him I say, my girlfriend know him, you know, from Miami, you know. How you feel if you do a song with him? I'm going to say, you want to tell you, Piper, that I come in for telling you, so me that I sing a song, I sound like I can't work with it, you know. So me not come to him for tell him, say, that you the outside. And when me go in, him don't talk to the youth outside, I never know. And him I say, Reggie do a commission. I said, well, let's go up and we'll do it. So me never really have no lyrics for the Whining Skill. I never have no lyrics planned.
Okay.
See, but the man start sing, come on, little girl, come on. I remember say, Friday night, me go at all it's na little club. And I see the big man them have make some piece of wine. Some wine with it. I say, I remember the night, I said to myself, say, watch the big man them have the Whining Skill. See, now I say, I'm just start with the lyrics in the dance in the club, and I say, Whining Skill, Whining Skill. Girl in Jamaica have the whining, skill, whining. But we never have nothing else. We never been nothing else to us. Just the immediate idea that came. So when we was in the studio, I said the Piper, when Piper combination with the youth, I said, whining skill. So we start work on it. And then we just come up with, pan them right foot and them my wine. Sissy still pan them left foot and them my wine. Sissy still more time in the dance as if them stand. Sissy Silka would have a dance named Cool and the Laser in Jamaica. We look like you now move, but your belly a curl. You see me, I said, the Eastman them perfect a dance, the man them from Dunkirk, Rockford, and them man, and them man, me see with the dance them mostly, but me didn't learn the dance. So me I say, them look like them now dance, and look like them now move, but them are whine. See me I say, I say, more time them look as if them stand still, but them belly and waistline it and move still. Whining skill. And then Beagle coming back and say, lonely, I'm Mr. Lonely. I need somebody to call my own. And then me just say, look out, and then me have a little thing in rubberize. I lyrics when me building rubberize. Take out a piece of rubberize. Then I say, rock your shoulder from side to side, just like a ship me said about to capsize. And up on your back, rest on your spine. Bottom a spin like spinning the boys. Come, early to bed, me said, early your eyes. I know you're entertainer and we do exercise. Remember, Whining Skill. So we come with it. Let's take the rubberize was rubberize. Come do the rubberize. Come do the rubberize. Rock your shoulder from side to side, just like a ship. You see me I say? So me just finish up like cancel that rubberize lyrics, you know, and just use that belly there for that song, yeah. And everything just come together. Even the last verse, a different song again. Cause me have a whole heap of lyrics. So me take piece from this, piece from that piece. That's something used to do, you know, take piece from to complete the song, and I always have something will match the song. I have a whole heap of lyrics, you know. But you have to put the lyrics, them we're saying the same thing as the song. It sound like it belongs in the song. They kind of say, we are talking about the piece of stick, and we just go around about the piece of iron and drop it nice stick song. It can't work.
So when this song Whining Skill came out now with Super Beagle, how did this do for your career? Did it start making some noise? How did it do for you at that time there?
That was the song that exposed me to the world.
Okay.
The song with Super Beagle was a song that exposed me to the world, because I remember Whining Skill was mashing up this all small island. Cause what them name again, man? Sonic Sound. Sonic Sound used to buy them from Piper and go sell them for Sonic Sound kind of control the small islands in those times. So Sonic Sound used to buy them. And everything, every copy went by. Next time him going over there again, I have to buy more because all of them sell off. So we know so the Whining Skill will get a buzz in the Caribbean. See? And then now there was a something like beat. Music, something like beat. A magazine from Miami. Listening reggae beat. Think of reggae beat, you know. Reggae beat, and me used to every Wednesday when it come out, me used to go over the supermarket and read it. I mean, never really buy it, but me used to read it. See the supermarket and read it. So I go over there now, I'm gonna take out the reggae beat and I mean look, me say reggae beat chart. And I mean look, me say Whining Skill number 2. Me say me get man, I never thought me idiot. That's Reggie. You touch the chart somewhere in the world. That's me go and gather some money and come back and buy the copy. And I start telling my friend them and show people and say, see there, you think not joke DJ? So me looked up on chart at Miami, even though it wasn't sales chart, but I wasn't even interested if it was sales chart. I just want to know that it was on a chart.
On a chart.
Yeah, that was my first chart. Waggity was the Waggity chart in Miami. That was my first chart, and I saw Whining Skill at number 3. Then the next month, I think it was Monthly Magazine. Then the next month, me see it at number 2. And the next month, me see it gone at 1. I say, wow, I get crazy. Me start feel like me a top. Start feel like me a big artist now.
Was it playing in Jamaica at this time? It was playing in Jamaica or more the other islands at this time here?
No, it was playing in the other islands. But here what happened in Jamaica now. Mm-hmm. We went to Stone Love. We went and we talked to Weepo. Mm-hmm. I tell Weepo, say, me and Piper talked to him and I said, we have a tune, you know. Like, Barrington and Whining Skill. And him said, do it in a dub plate and bring it come. He never even told listening. He said, do it in a dub plate and bring it come. Bring it come, like him said, bring it come down on Stone Love on a Barrington Bridge this Wednesday. Mm-hmm. And he said, all right, we'll go on a Scorpio and we'll vice the dub plate. When I Jack Scorpio, and I carried myself personally. Me and Piper, but me have it on me and Weepo on. So him listening on a different turntable with the earphone on. Mm-hmm. And by the man listen to the song, the man said, this bad enough. How me look at it, the man play now? The man play at the same time as he get it. And the dance reacted. Stone Love crew, the Barrington Bridge, everybody about 3-4 times it play. It get forward. So me I say, what I said, the tune I go bash at the place for real. Cause Weepo. And then the Rory was amongst Weepo. At the end of them time there, you know. And the first big sound play my tune.
Stone Love. And remember, at this time here, this is
Jamaica, my Whining Skill. I mash up the place. So I start, when the cassette them come out now and touch road, me hear the song on it. So I say, yes, song I get a booze. You know? And then now, Piper went to England for some business out there. And I was in Jamaica setting up the record shop, a Piper record shop for Piper. Mm-hmm. So we had 2 big desks to carry. 2 big long counters, really, not desks, counters to carry upstairs to make the counter for the record shop that we was going to set upstairs to sell our records, right? So while carrying up, so he left some money with me, so I hired some more artists, young artists that was within the crew. I told them that we have to carry up this weight, so I paid them my money out of the money. When we reached halfway upon the step, at least the first corner, because the step turns on, when I reach the first corner, the man then put on the load. Me alone will let the load, and I said, no man, this can't work, man. And every man leg of the thing and put the man on the inside and Kimbo. So so you know me I say, must find a name for you, some lazy set of people, you know. I'm lazy, you know. This not even take with 10 minutes, you know. Let's carry up this, you know, 2 trip, you know. Because that's what is something, you know. And when we leave now, them tell me I ride a 125 special trail bike. And me leave the place and I ride, I come home on the trail, you know. And I ride the trail, you know. I say, we not call them brother, man. We not call them. And I say, we not call them Kimbo King. I call them Kimbo King, man. See? So I start riding now and we nearly reach Barbican now, I say, and I stop and I say, original Kimbo King. And I said, yeah, man. And I said, nah, sir. And that's, it just told me the lyrics, it have a space for something else. So I said, original Kimbo King, yeah. I said, no, that not gonna work, you know. Original Kimbo King, yeah, man. I said, nah, sir. And then I said, original Kimbo King. Yeah. And I said, no. original Kimbo King. Let's find the I don't know where it come from. Let's find the sound. And I said, if I find the sound, I said, nah. He said, yo, it's sweet. And then I start saying, I build the next line. Because I said, original Kimbo King. I got a man them down and never want help. But to me, I said, it's a tune about lazy people. I said, I have lazy man and woman. So I said, original Kimbo King. Kimbo Queen and a King. I said, I put in the Queen and a King. Because that's a man and woman. You see me, I say, them are some damn lazy thing. No one to do nothing. No farmer money making. Pan the corner, no peer posing. And pan Kimbo one thing. Say them get a close and foreign. Say them brother live at Brooklyn. For themselves, them no one do nothing. We call them original Kimbo King. I'm a build a part there now. I like me sit down over one place near Masters. We used to play football at night time because we had floodlights at night. So we used to play upon the asphalt at night to play football scrimmage. So me did I listen to the song, you know, and then we start fight. We set the Eggy, a private Eggy. I sit down with a youth named Private Eggy, the next youth named Lionel Ganja Barrett, a singer. Private Eggy, a DJ. I sit down with them and I say, what the hook you so? So like me shot at something, me shot at hook. And next hook for catch something or something. And then now we say, Kimbo, one pan them Kimbo. Tell them about work. And we tell them no. Tell them about work and them tell you no. And then we start Kimbo, and pan them Kimbo. Tell them about hustling, them tell you no. Sometimes them Kimbo say, that part you know. We say, sometimes them Kimbo, sometimes them fool them and I'm thinking private like I say, let go you and I make it turn fashion. And we just and the verse and the last verse just finish. So we just have the song. So we call Piper when Piper there in England and I say, Piper, we find the big hit, the monster hit, me find the song we're gonna make Reggie Stepper all over the world. So we are talking about Reggie. So Piper, I say, me find the song in the year I say to you. I say, me find the song. So let me hear it. I'm just start it and him say, what? Him say, this sound bad enough, Reggie, I come home. Like him say, I come home next week, you know. Book sometime arrive Francis, and so as me come home, we can voice it, you know. But we never know which rhythm to use. But to me like the tune with Riley rhythm, man, Stagalag. Like Riley rhythm, you know. I never like it first when I DJ as a little youth, you know, I never like Stagalag, you know. Okay. Echo come on it and say, Arlene, must a dream, you a dream. You know, I'm a guy that like it from Arlene, go on it, you know. So we started, we say, I didn't make a worship pan, I'm a worship pan, really want it fit. So I say, Piper, it's have to play upon a Stagalag, you know. So I say, who have it? And I say, no, man, you got to play your own Stagalag, man. No, we not take nobody rhythm or play our own Stagalag. So we'll go for Obia and Arsmouth. See, but when Obia them play the rhythm and Arsmouth, no, it look a bit faster than now. But when we like it, and the bass is so heavy, like the Stagalag, you know, Arsmouth, Obia thing up play like Steely thing. You see me I say, because Steely have the heaviest bass in my Rabbi. Probably a Rabbi had the wickedest bass. So I can remember guess who's coming for dinner. Boom, boom, boom. You know, so and then man have the rhythm them. So go for Arsmouth and Obia play the rhythm. So when them play the rhythm, I voice the tune. The tune sound nice, but it's short or something. So I go for what name again, man? Carlos, a big top engineer with the most things from Europe. One eye, him have one eye, moves one eye. I go for Carlos and Carlos are playing in the rhythm, you know. So everything that's a mesh up together, you know. See, everything that sounds sweet, you know. Sometimes vice now and everything that's ready for go mix now. I'm not listening. I said to the man them say, I first never thought this, you know. I give you a little small secret. First me I thought this. I said to the man them say, "You what you want to do for me? Speed up the tune a bit. Just speed it up a little bit. It's a little bit. And then speed up the tune, man. It have a reggae in between and somewhere near calypso kind of sound to me." And I say, "Yeah, man, that's something I want it, man." So when I mix it and release that wasn't the speed where I add it. I add it in a slower speed, but when we do it that way, they know original Kimbo King, Kimbo Queen, and again, original Kimbo King, it starts sound much more nicer to me. I mean, I say, yes, I eat this. And then we released and Piper and his wife went to Nassau, and they heard it playing everywhere. They went there for a vacation, and they heard it playing in Nassau everywhere. So when I saw Piper's wife, she was, "Reggie, I'm so proud of you." And I said, "What are you talking about, Angie?" And she said, "Everywhere we went in the Bahamas, we heard your song everywhere. It's on the every boat, every ship, every bar, every shop, every car." That's how she was describing it to me. I was like, wow, I didn't know that. Our Piper doesn't say nothing to me about that. But I guess he was waiting for a special time to tell me or whatever. So I get more excited now. So one day, I was in Barbican just to play some scrimmage in a ballet. I have a ballet boot where a man sent for me, a black ballet. I play some scrimmage on the ballet, and I play scrimmage on the ballet for about 3 months or 4 now. I'm gonna say, I look down, I look at the elements and the sky, and I say the sky look like rain and gonna fall, and I say, you know, I'm going down town, which part Piper and Winston Riley. I go down town, I check Piper and Winston Riley. You know. I go beat and polish up the shoes I'm now wear for about 3 months, you know. I polish the shoes, you know. When I look for the shoes look brand new. And I say, "This me I wear now, you know, because I'm ballet, you know, can't rock me, you know." See? So I jump in the bus and I reach a town. As I reach a town and come off of the bus, I see 2 people I walk and come up and them come straight to me. Come here, walk, just come off of the bus and I walk up to the Sky Juice man. Because every time when I reach a town, I buy 1 Sky Juice, squeeze some lime in it, and a cornbread and cheese. Because that was my favorite snack. You see what I'm saying? So as I walk from the bus to the stall, I see 2 men come up and I say, "Excuse me, sir." I say, "Yes, bless." And I say, "Can you tell me where we can find Piper Records?" I'm gonna start laugh because they were right there. You know, the door to Piper Records was right there. So I said, "So step down. You're right at Piper Records." And the man walk when they were walking away. The man, one of them said to me, "We're looking to find Reggie Stepper." "We're from Nassau. We're looking to find Reggie Stepper." Said, "Yeah, man, let's go upstairs and check Piper." But let me tell them, "See me, you know." That was my first tour. So when I go upstairs now, like over here, they were talking to Piper. Come here, come up the stairs. I say, "Yes, Piper, we need to find Reggie because we have a show that we want him to headline in Nassau." And so when I come in now, Piper said, "That's Reggie." And then look around and say, "I said, what? We spoke to you downstairs. You didn't say anything." I said, "No." You said you want to Piper and stuff up and do the business." So I said, "Where me come?" And Piper charge our money, which too little. Yeah, it was definitely too little. Yeah. Because I was the feature of the show.
The headliner.
The headliner of the show. Sorry, feature is like movie. Headliner of the show. And I was getting the less paid.
Wow.
Everybody on the stage was getting, because it wasn't me alone, it was a band from Miami, Sudden Impact, Honorable Apache, Trevor Sparks, one youth name, some other Ira was part of Trevor Sparks from New York. And then me carry up Twitter Burro with me to sing the Whining Skill because I couldn't find Super Beagle. Super Beagle is gone to Miami, gonna live again. And I couldn't find Super Beagle. So when we do that now, when we go up there now, I'm find out, say, my money was the lowest money. Everybody I show up, man, I said, they get $4,000, $3,000. And my money, $2,000. And my money less than the $2,000, $3,000. I'm not telling you what, you know what the less. I got to listen my life, man. Nobody never, all the guys who claim they are my producers and management never did me justice. None of them. Except Clinton Lindsay. Clinton Lindsay managed me for a couple of years, but I respected his management style with me.
Clinton, we're talking about Clinton Lindsay from the from New York, the radio station.
Yeah, from the radio station. I'm the last artist he signed in his managerial role.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was, when Clinton signed me, I got work. I was in New York like crazy, and then going to other states like crazy. So Clinton was doing something for me, and it's not like I was being paid big money, but there was so many shows. It was like a contract to do so many shows at a certain price. You know what I'm saying? And I spoke to, before I even came to the name Reggie Stepper being popular. I heard them named Third World. Because Third World artist man was my friend.
Okay.
And he used to tell me that when Third World do them want a big show, you know, for them show that's promotion and show, you know, man, not getting a big money for them, you know. But so much of them, when they finish, if you get a little, it add up. You see me I saying? So I always remember that what D Willie, yeah, that was the name of the artist for Third World. What D Willie said to me. So I always remember. So D Willie, Third World go on them first tour them time there. And D Willie bring back a silver, shiny silver vest. What do I call it again? Sweatsuit top. With Third World written in the back. And him say, Reggie, let's save this for you, you know. Yeah, one is that. And I tell you sometime I put on that. Now the hottest thing in Barrington. There's something low, there's something low. We wait till Sunday, we put it on. When all of the girls and like cream shop. See? I won't put it on, but I said, Reggie, we get that jacket. Whoa, body, it's shining on the body, we're not shining. Kind of white, silverish, you know, man. There's a bright, there's a shine, so, you know, man. So, even before I was an artist, even before I decided to become a professional artist, still, all artists used to love me. Mr. Bob Marley. I'm stop Bob Marley. One time I come through the square, I liquor youth, them time I liquor youth. I still got GSC. I say, Bob, me just see me now. And then Bob just go, Bob to go to Germany. And Bob come back and buy a yellow VW. I see the yellow VW because the man tell me say Bob Marley I drive a VW. I see the yellow VW, I start looking then tell you a tint nothing, you know, feel dark up nothing, you know. I look at me see the dreadlocks and I say, Bob! And him stop. And then give me $20. Never ask him for nothing. I just hail him up as a superstar and then give me $20. When the man give me $20, we be shocked. I just stand up and look for the $20 because I never get the money in my hand for myself yet, because in that time, you know, I pay $1.50 on something I used to get. When Bob give me the $20, I stay and I look for it and I say, yes, but you have some rude boy in my place now, a bigger man than for me. So them know say Bob and thing, them run come down for me and say, boy, Bob give you money, Bob give you money. But and me, Bob give the money. Them never did it. Then they sit down further but two of them a bigger man for me, then come on and take my money.
That's the kind of hole in there. So even with the Bahamas show here, first time in Bahamas, yes. First time in Bahamas now, okay? You did your big show and everything here. You were the headliner. How did that show work out for you when you got to Bahamas?
Oh, it was lovely. It was, all right, put it this way. As an artist, I was not used to shows, big shows. I'm pure dancehall, right? I just DJ around song. I did some show for Jamaica, but they were liquor shows. I didn't know nothing about shows, show business, and up on stage and them something. They don't know nothing when we leave Jamaica. When we go on that side, they put me in a stadium, and when them call me up, I now tell a lie, B, when I go up, I'm gonna reach about halfway when I can't see the crowd. Can I go up a step? I'm gonna reach about halfway when I can't see the crowd. But stop there, cause the crowd no. We stop and now I move. Papa stand there on the show to a Lady G. Yes. And Papa stand say, Reggie, go on man, and in company step with me. And I said, go on man, come here. I said, boy, I never see so much people yet, I don't know how I'm gonna work. And Stan said, go on, go do your thing. And so I'm just step up. And so when I step up now, I still kind of feel that way. So the tune the big tune for the last, I me the first be. We tell the man, I say, give me the big tune first. Cause I'm kind of jittery, you know? And I'm a work. That's even Papa San come up in the middle of my show and chat through things, so everything's sealed, you know?
It was a great vibe there. So you came back and doing all this stuff. You're still linking with Piper. When did you start to connect with Steely now?
Oh, Steely was from the beginning of Piper. But then now, when Steely hear the works that I was putting out, Steely said me need to advice to him. So one day now, he was eating some lunch in Barbican, drinking some soup, should say. So he buy a bowl of soup at a place named Susu Albino Bar. Susu, our son, film restaurant, him and Ali own the restaurant, but Susu didn't have a restaurant at the time. So when him said to me, say, no, Steely, but make Susu them did have a sound named Rolex. That was on the sound, make jump on sound pan dub plate. You see me I say, and then time a cassette I play, never CD or anything, a cassette. And when the dub plate, they might play a cassette in there to play. When the cassette I play, the song come, a jump on sound come up and Steely I eat the food, I drink the soup. And Steely jump up and say, who that? And they would start laugh. Come in at me in the shop, tell me stand up near Steely. I say, who that? How short is that? And I said to Steely, say, I read you that in because Steely hear me already, but he never hear that me never find the yet. So Steely never hear the for the first time. They hear the jump and sound of myself. I'm saying, you know what? I want this from Silverhawk here. I want this from Silverhawk. And carry me go vice it from Silverhawk next time. So tell him, say, I me that stand up there, so Reggie Stepper that. I him do the tune. And I say, wow, wicked. And me and him start reason and rare. So I'm saying, you want to pan dub plate. I think him come back the next day, come to the dub plate. Well, we do the dub plate when Arrows yard. And then the Arrows not have Arrows studio. Arrows have to do the studio for one time yard. We're at Noon Square. Noon Square side of place. Somewhere near Noon Square. So when I Dunkirk. So we go up there go do it. And the Ninja Man come in to come do one tune too. 1 hour ago, the Steely. Yeah. And when we do the dub plate for Steely now, Steely say, I want a song for me. And I say, yeah man, Steely man, and tell him ready man. And him said to me, say, I want the jump on. I said, no, Steely, I'm not give the jump on, because I'll give Winston Riley that song there. I'll give Winston Riley that song there. I don't tell Winston Riley I never song for you. But before I give Winston Riley, me go up a penthouse to give them the jump on. So me then time the Whining Skill up on charts, and I walk in my 2 magazine them, and I say, I show up the whole of a penthouse. Say me an artist with it chart already. And I tell me say if I come audition for jump on. And I say, no sir, I'm not gonna audition. I say, see me in a magazine, you know.
Yeah.
Tune number 2 and tune number 1, you know. So me as an artist already, you know. It's not like me just like start say I tell about audition. You must say, no, it's a rule, everybody have to come to audition. I say, all right, me cool. I'm going to Riley and I'm telling Riley, I never tune for him, you know. So I have the jump on figure. Riley saying like it. And Wait. One day, I yard, I say, I you ride, come check me on a big bike, on a sab. And in name, Micey. Steely engineer, well, I Steely like a young engineer when I bring. So Micey ride, come as, Reggie, you may come find out. I said, for what? I said, Steely sent call, you know. So my voice today, you know. I say, only hope on the jump on the one, you know. Man said, no. Him say the rev out. And then trick me, you know, because they tell me say the rev out, I make me go catch this a jump and would jump on the bike. So when I go, I'm reach and the studio door open, I know so the jump on him one, because the rhythm kind of stagger like a short. You see me I say? So from here the rhythm, I said, Jesus, please, Steely trick me. So I said, Steely, I'm not going to jump. I'm going to Steely. I said, Steely, I'm not going to jump on the no. And I said, Reggie, you have advice to choose, man. What do you? I want money are your problem. I said, no money are my problem. I'm going to tell you, Winston Riley said, I'm give him the song and I mean a man off my word. And I like, go around my thing. I promise a man something, say about something, most can stand by my word. I mean that that's some mistake. And he said, all right, Reggie, listen to everything good. And he said, money are your problem? And I said, no money. But and then he convinced me to do it. And he said, Reggie, me and Winston Riley are friends. And most of them and Winston Riley have a week with them. And Ray. So I say, all right, Steely, all right. When we start Vice Jump and Sound, every single soul in the studio grounds came into the studio. And every time I do a work, I hear that sound. They never hear the sound. They never hear that something they yet. Every time I have Kimbo King, I go on, you know, but Jamaica don't know Kimbo King. You see me I say? Jamaica don't know Kimbo King at all. So when we did advise to Jump and Sound, I see the owner for the studio come in. I see the two secretary that then come in. Then I see the foreman then what make record downstairs come up. The people that run the lunchroom, I see them come in. And I see Lady Venus is in there already. One Frankie Paul is in there too, and some more little artists they in there. Everybody coming at the studio ram. Sometimes I advise the tune, I see the studio get ram. Well, I'm turn on the glass, the light. Turn on the light, and I switch where you can turn up and down. So I turn on the light. That's in there darkness. I'm start vice out, man. And I see everybody look through the mirror to try to see how old I can't see how old it's sweet. Me, I laugh inside it. Everybody want to see who I met this nice here. Go jump and sound over, so back up to the gate. But I said, what is man? How that in there, man? So in time I don't know. But I turn on the light and then I come out of the door, walk out of the door, and open the door. This is the owner for painting. I said, you come to me the other day, I say, yeah, I'm going to come for that song, and a song I'm going to come for you, you have to go audition. See? And still them, just like the tune was run with England. England first it run away. Run with England.
The thing with you, it's like, it seems like you got like a lot of your highlight outside of Jamaica, and then it came back to Jamaica. Because I know at one time, Trinidad was playing your music hard too.
Yeah, let me tell you something about me. Me coming like me was a foreign artist. Jamaica no give me no farmer ratings to how foreign rate me. People are look for me in those days and I search England and America. Because then come to Jamaica, nobody know about Reggie Stepper. You see me I say? Mr. Man, I look for me for 4 years. And he finally find me. And him go England 3 times. Him live in America and him go England 3 times for find me because then tell him I live in England. Nobody couldn't find me in the first part. Because to me is not a nothing type of youth. Me like 10 years back. You know what I say? Me don't like everything me on the front line like me run down. That's what too much spotlight out there. So me used to hide from video. When me go dance and man I come video, I say, man, you would never show no video for me, man. You see me I say? You used to hide from video light. I might think that I never like nobody, everybody else looking at my face and I'm looking at me, you know? I kind of think that I go away now, I go away. So, I don't like them kind of something that people are bright up. That's why I tell a man, say, music and Rastafari saved my life. For me, take up music and love Rastafari the most. That saved my life. I would be somebody else, far from who I am now. But music, me learn a farmer responsibility and careness. Because I'm a DJ gun lyrics. We have a 1 and 2 gun lyrics. I'm not really DJ gun lyrics.
Yeah.
I'm not DJ chop up people lyrics. I'm not DJ kill people lyrics. I'm not find that amusing for me to tell somebody so them to go shoot somebody around so and then something that is not my thing. I find myself a more tell you say little girl you're going like you're big if you stop it. You're little girl, little miss going like she big. I them something then.
That's where we were just about to get Little Miss. You know? We were just about to get there. Tell me about Little Miss now.
All right, Little Miss now is that song where this little girl was going to New Day all age, and New Day was having a graduation. New Day have children up to 15, right? She was graduating, that means she was 15. I don't remember my age, but I'm a bigger man for she by far. And remember, she put up some pretty ear, fix up her ear, nice. I'm not telling a lie. When she said she'll graduate, her mother and father take care of her and deal with her good. She look good in her graduation outfit. So she come in my yard. No, me yard, I see this girl come in. Hey, I said, little girl, go outside. I'm talk to you out by the gateway. You can't come in my yard, so. To the man and say, me have little girl that come in my yard and me have up little girl. No, man, you can't do me that. So she goes, probably she never realized. So she go outside still and me look upon her and say, yes, you look clean and good. You mash up the graduation. That's what I said to her. And she gone and I start say, some people are telling me say, oh, she look good and all. Some man like me, and I say, I look up into that. And I say, I want little miss that. Let's leave her, man, make she grow up. And I start call her little miss. Till me not in a line now, Shabba do a tune with a girl. What I say? Well, the girl I said, I'm in love with a man nearly twice my age. I don't want to do it. It's for beautiful age. I go do it. She want a man with a material west. See? I'm a start say, hey Shabba, I tell them about them if you want a man with the material. You know, but me never. It's not like in that encourage it, but in that tell you what was the fact. But my first thing was Shabba shouldn't say that. You see what I said? So I start listening to now and then I say, little miss, go on like you're big. I say, I'm going to work on that tune. Then I know I'm going to finish that tune. I mean, I have the idea and everything. Well, my style is having the ideas. I mean, just build some ideas and have them. And then when time comes, I put lyrics to it. I mean, I write lyrics. That's what I said. And when we hear that now, I start come up. So we have a dance like Shiloh. So I go to Shiloh now. Some little young artists now, Geronimo, Tommy Culture. Some little young artists like myself, but through them and the soul man are more friend than me. Them that going like them are the big thing. So we reach a country now, them start DJ. Well, the mic for me, I don't want to give me the mic, I don't want to give me the mic. So when they do give me the mic, they draw the little miss. But it never having the them time there. I never come with the I'm start draw the little miss and say, little miss, go like she big, little miss, feet she get big, chuchi, weave her here, and now we're wig, and now we're charge. And I see the place mash up, and I try it again, mash up, and I say, hey, I not touch this again for you night, you know, I not touch this again for now, you know. I'm afraid of pirate, because in them time, every little thing I say, people also want it, you know. But true, I can't vex, because I take Trevor ranking and you Brown style. I'm been my first 2 lyrics are Trevor ranking and you Brown, but I'm not like saying me that teeth them. Me just that practice for DJ. So I have to try catch the beat them through them. And Burro Banton. Burro Banton. Right now, Burro Banton is my wife, uncle. So
don't worry, we're gonna get into that. I have that now. We'll get into that in a bit. Continue.
So them man them listen. So I tell the man them say me Billy little mister, me not try it again. Till one time Steely play the rhythm. The rhythm down the studio. And Jerry say, Reggie go up on the rhythm now. And I said, no, go up on the rhythm. I said, cut around, come mash up this rhythm already. Retreat, sound boy surrender, retreat, go over. Retreat, ugly girl, surrender. Cut around, go up on that style about 3 times. And I said, no, man, I said, cut your match up already. Man said, Reggie, go up on the rhythm. And I said, all right. I'm going to try the little miss. So Steely say, Reggie, me run off get the bank, you know. So I'm going to come back my voice, you know. So, like, me in the real voice room already. So I start. But he say, when he come back, invite me. But when I go to the door now, I start the tune, and he hear a little piece, and the man turn back. I said, no, sir. That tune already. See, Clevie, take this good for me. I figure on the back, but take that one that's good for me. And then Clevie take that one, and the first tune that I do with Clevie, engineer, and take my voice in. All of them are Steely with Fata and Fata is Fata is and Bulby. Yeah, them 2 man there. But Bulby learn engineering through Steely, half of Steely. Because Steely half him in his studio, do everything for him. When Steely I produce, I'm saying, my witness Bulby, I learn the trade till him get bad. Yeah, man, but Fata did a long time. Fata know the thing long time. But him bring Bulby.
So then now, when Little Miss came out, what was that doing for your career in Jamaica now when it came? Because you said Cut Your Ranks had the big song on the rhythm, but his was more bad manners.
Little Miss became the theme song for the big people then. Because the little girls them were really getting out of it. So them start use my song to take on the little girls then. When I go on like on a big and ray. So I just switch it around upon them one at a time. I just say, so when the little miss not take set upon the little pit in them. You what now little pit in the phone time to take set upon the big man them. Woman at 41 going like 14. Woman at 51 going like 15. Woman at 61 going like 16. Woman at 71 going like 17. Mother young girl. Big woman going like little girl. Mother young. We spin it through that drive for the big woman there, but I murder man. The time we just stay through that drive, I used to flip it through the early part there, but murder. You know, and so. I remember me set that trend in Jamaica. All little girl, all over Jamaica, they go here, they call woman Little Miss. But it's not like say Little Miss wasn't the name Little Miss wasn't before, was before me, long before me. You know what I'm saying? And me create the word. You see what I'm saying? But me, since me do my Little Miss, enough people me hear name Little Miss. Everywhere we go. Reggie, you know so Little Miss my girl name.
Crazy, no. That was a big song out there. Big song.
A solid song, intelligent song, and teaching song. You know, me like get the opportunity to teach people to do the right thing. Me not must do the right thing myself, you know, but me like teach people to do the right thing.
That makes sense.
Like the pass them.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and then I start getting kids, so I couldn't do certain things for my kids here.
Yeah,
I couldn't afford that. You know what I'm saying? All my kids go to high school. All my kids have a couple subjects well. All my kids, only one now, 2 not working, but everybody else working. Everybody else in them jobs and so many good jobs, and you know, cause me have a kid who speak French fluently and Spanish fluently. Yeah, and he was taught in Jamaica. He has a French scholarship which he went to France to get.
Yeah.
Where he got his exam in French. So, you know, me you them do good. Me love me you them style. Me you them do good style.
You know how that goes. There was
there was
a name. You understand? There was a name that you brought up earlier, Winston Riley. I know this is where you actually did another big song for Winston Riley called Ko'ono. How did you link up with Winston, and how did you even come up with that song there now?
All right. As I tell you, from Fame days, when I tell you, I attack the sound with that lyrics, like Ko'ono. Me that point, I throw word pan sound boy. So I saw me build the lyrics there. You know, cause me also, I tell myself, say, me attack the sound, and anytime we have clash, me I gotta be the attacker. You see me I say? I saw me deal with my something, me I come attack the sound them. You see me I say? Attack the DJ, no matter if them better, I mean, me attack everybody. I saw me say, even though you see me black, me have enough Indian in me. You see me I say? So the attacking thing, which is the Indian thing, you know me enough. So I saw me used to DJ, so me be like, Ko'ono. If attack sound boy, Ko'ono too. Wanna try for do. Set a satellite and set a mono, set a idiot and set a damn taco. See, so I build the lyrics. Some of the Riley jump on sound, no, I never get Figgy Riley, Winston Riley, this song. And I said, Winston Riley said, just come, Winston Riley pass and see me down in records. And I said, Reggie, studio tonight from 9 o'clock. And I said, all right, go home and get ready. Go back a mixing lab. And we reach out Governor Riley, there, Winston Riley. The late, great Winston Riley. You know? So when himself for going to the studio, my voice, make it hear what I have. So I tell him, say, me give it a jump on already. So I different song. I say, all right, go out here, yeah. And him say, I'm a start. I'm going to say, Ko'ono. I'm going to start with the tune. Ko'ono to. Set a satellite and set a mono, kono. Set a idiot and set a jam taco. Set a masquerade and set a jankono. I'm going to do the tune every time, like, I look up towards where he was inside the studio. I sit through the glass them. I'm going to look through the glass and say, right, it kept doing this on like this. Like we say, continue, just continue. So I just go and continue. When we finish now, when I reading finish, we want go on a listening room now, now the studio room. I'm gonna say, oh, it's all Mr. Riley. Like it? Now go and go do it now. So if you like it, now go and go do it now. Man say, me have it already, man. Go already, man. Man, take it. The man take it without even know, say, if he was recording it. You know, the man take it, and that was good enough. And the tune run away. Because when we go to England, me had competition with Jumpan and Ko'ono. I leave Jumpan for the last, and Ko'ono for second to last. Now my first show. And when me started the Ko'ono, me get this one whole heap of forward. Me not get that when me done Ko'ono, I'm going to jump and come like, me did the bad tune before. Yeah, the people in England, even though jump and go number one. When me reach England, I Ko'ono the people them crazy over. I said, what is man? No, I mean, that's music, that thing where sometimes hard to understand, you know. Hard.
Just put it out, and you just never know where it's gonna go.
Yes, that is why I tell people, say, never, ever discourage a youth who is trying. They don't know what in wine find. You might feel saying, "Nah, no chance, not the business, I'm not good." Because people tell me, say, I'm not good. Long time. People tell me, say, I'm lucky, brother. I learn something if a man find it, you tell me about me lucky. Me find many more it and show you say I'm not lucky this. I'm not lucky to this. I'm great. A greatness. I'm a vice and everything combined. The Almighty give me a vice, no guy can't take it from me. You see me I say? Me not sound like nobody else. Me go all over the world. People that tell me about people sound like me, and when me listen to them, I say, I want to them people, man. They sound nothing like me, man.
Did they ever compare you to Grindsman before?
Yeah. But Grindsman, them have some liquor you to come amongst me. Grindsman, I'm a virgin still. And first me attack them thing. Grindsman have some liquor you them come amongst me, man. So if anything, them try sound like the Stepper, but probably I saw him sound still. You see me, I say cause Jah make everybody, you know. Grindsman are the closest to my style, where Vice is concerned. When Grindsman I go to New York for the first time, I and him go up there, man.
Okay.
Yeah, me and him carry, I mean carry him for Clinton Lindsay, man. Clinton Lindsay them, they arrange it up. And I carry up Grindsman. Yeah. When I go to foreign for the first time, I and him go up. Me and Cabra go up when Cabra go to foreign for the first time too. And me and Cabra go up. Enough man I go up with, man. Now them time them because me represent Clinton Lindsay. So me ask anybody will come up after me, then them travel with me. Because them send them with me. Yeah. So cause even Grindsman, me the man will say, from the way you see she go on and know she rev out, boom, 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 rev out, boom, boom, rev out. I mean him come with, you know what I mean, can go and drive it out, boom, boom. You know what I say? If me the rest of the way, me say, my thing them take. Everybody used to come amongst me take my thing. You got that thing named bunks, bunks, bunks. Look on them massive, them are bunks, bunks, bunks. Repeat again, bunks, bunks, bunks. Look on the data, them are bunks, bunks. I'm gonna chat at bunks. Flower gun and next thing me hear it turn it. Different style and do it in a state, but I said bunks. And the first DJ come up with bunks. Not DJ business. And I just told me here, bouncing. I think I just know it. The bouncing. Bouncing over here. And she's bouncing over there. She's bouncing all over the place. Hey. I'm just come with that dancing style and I say bounce. You see me I say? I mean when people with it, I know in Jamaica now, me hear two little tune. Even the big bad dancing tune now. I bunks tonight. Him say something about bunks. My voice a tune for Mr. Do in a whole heap of years ago. Mr. Do from New York.
Of course. Another now you went wrong because you linked up with Winston Riley, you linked up with Steely. I'm gonna get back to Steely just now because there's a couple more hits, but then you went to Jammys and gave them the modeling song. How did you link with Jammys to even come up with the modeling?
Steely took me there.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's back when I start voices for Steely wanted to carry me everywhere. Right? Because Steely had signed Tiger to their group. Tiger was their artist. But me was the man when I carry on all about. So me and him go to Jammys. And Jammys just say, Reggie. Jammys know where I go on, you know. Jammys hear the tune them, so Jammys, when I go around there with Steely, Jammys just say, Reggie, want that tune, you know? No, hear him, them sell me to him son. Him say, get John that tune, you know, Reggie. And me get John that tune, he say, I want my one now. And then now, I come for the muggling. Because I say, see, but you have now, it's the muggling. The muggling was being played harder than any other tune on the rhythm in Jamaica. Till one night about 2:30, or so me hear them up here the muggling. I listen to Irie FM. And then carry down to a part of me, chat like a kind of out of orderness. I'm saying a certain kind of shots. I show everything. You see me I say? And from that night when I play it, and then hear that part, I lift it up. I never hear about muggling pan. And then them start push the wickedest time when the rain start fall, and then the girl then start to burn. Yeah, well, I when how it was again? Buju Banton. I think of Buju, you know. I think of Buju, man. I Buju or Banton, one of them. When them come out with them first at I think of Banton, Buju was stamina that day. Stamina that daddy run out ride with a little vice.
Mm-hmm.
Stamina daddy, everything. I mean, I said, that's what that bad man. And I mean, I said, the little youth like khaki suit.
Mm-hmm.
I know Buju for a long time, and I know his mother and his brother and everything. Because they used to live at Barrington where me come from. And then they come live around us on a rock up and then them go around somewhere on a Whitehall side already this road. So they say no and get me up from me. So I see him back around Winston Riley. Remember when I come from England, I had do the jump onto I come from England. I'm reach at Chancery Street and I'm calling everybody with them on the street and say, give them what them a drink, you know, give them two everything. Anything with any man a drink, let's give them two.
Mm-hmm.
See? And I mean Buju said, you me want to be like when me grow big. Never forget it, man. I start to look for the little youth and say, oh, to the little youth, man. He said, you me want to be like. Yeah. I'm see it come to pass. Can't vice not fine anymore, it get all course. You see me I say? But I love the little youths them, the little youths them. I saw a thing on them get some of them get enough of them get bigger on me and large army in a thing, but that not nothing to do with me. Mm-hmm. Love them same way. I will look at you watch them. Always sure. Look up in the streets. I will take care of them. Mm-hmm. Not really monetary wise or anything, but we make sure you would secure. If I would come amongst you, you know I make nothing to him. You see what I say? Mm-hmm. So you take care of them. Yeah. Buju is a man who used to love Winston Riley down there so. So if didn't trust in him thing for a long time. Mm-hmm. And Kirk Riley advised him. Stamina that day and then in final advice there. Somebody quick and release the album. Mm-hmm. But Buju down the man, good youth. You see what I'm saying? Well, let them down there. We ain't one another ranking. And I teach them to ride bike. And I try to show them how to ride bike. When we don't tell them, I show them, say ride bike, man. Because none of them can. You see what I'm saying?
Crazy. Even right there, when you even jump and song. I know that was thing there. That was in a video game called GTA.
Yeah, what name again?
San Andreas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, what happened, right? I did that was done with Steely and Clevie, but I understand the lawyer gave it to the company. Mm-hmm. Stanberry gave it to the company. So I think it was Mama Nancy and somebody else who called me, who messaged me from America. Mm-hmm. And said, they're using my song in this game. I must demand some money. So I'm going and steal them and I tell them, oh, it come out of the papers. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Somebody come with the paper to me, yeah. And then Mama Nancy called me first and then the papers come out with it. So them I say, so I tell them, say, I want some food. Because big thing this, because San Andreas sell 90 million already. When you know about it. Yeah, 90 million copies. They don't even give me $1. They don't even give me 10 cents a one. Mm-hmm. After every copy, I'm rich. Mm-hmm. But them not get that. Steely said, boy, I'm going to check Steely and I said, boy, Reggie, I know you want that money. You know? I'm going to say, yeah. And this thing, I was like, serious. I'm even get a lawyer. Mm-hmm. On it, and the lawyer tell me to accept the money that them give me. So them give me one little thing and I tell me to sign for me. They even sign for it and I just take the money and go and I said, I'm still. That's what I say. Yeah.
Crazy. Okay, so then that situation there, because I know you've been working with Steely for a while, and this is another song you and Steely and Clevie came up with, a big song. This is with you and Jack Radics. Love is Guaranteed. How did this song come up now?
All right. Yeah, we were by the studio in Agley Park Road, where Lady Saw and Mikey Spice was. And we decided to go by a Jawway Road by Chisholm Avenue. So I went on the back of the bike, Jack Road to Chisholm Avenue. That's down Maxfield Avenue. So we went to Maxfield and then Chisholm Avenue. Bought the weed. So we said, so Jack said, go up a mixing lab, go smoke this weed there, man. I said, yeah, man, go up a mixing lab. Because then, as artists, we try to go hold up a studio in a day. So I go a mixing lab now. I'm going to mix it up now. We're still going to build a spliff. I will start building a spliff. Me hear the studio door open, because when you're outside and the studio door open, you start to hear the music louder, so you know that the studio door open. So when the studio door open, we hear the rhythm. And sometimes we Steely, and when him Steely say, blow, yo, I want that tune from the 200 right now. 200, I want that tune from the right now. Right place on the come. 200 one time. Never even expect no other. Come, I want that tune from the right now. So the tune, so Jack starts say, come on, little girl, come on. But me never have nothing to put to it. And Jack said, I think of what I'm going to put to it, and Jack said, Reggie, when me looking at DJ, because Jack was a DJ too. Myself, when me looking at DJ, I have a tune say, I make the girl say, I love no one, no warranty. I love guaranteed. And as the man said that to me, as the man said that, I said, guaranteed, tell you this, I love no need no warranty. You will love for sure, and me say, yes indeed. You are will care, and me say, I will feed. But I have nothing else. So go to the studio. Steely say, come man, I'm going to the studio. So Jack, so me in the studio with Jack, same time, me have my mic, he has fee mic. So when him sing, you have caught me, baby, and come down, me say my guaranteed. But me only have the 4 bar. So me never have the rest of the lyrics them. So them Steely them count off 8 more bars or something like that. And then come in Jack, and then say, come in back again, Jack. And Jack, we gonna have a dance together. We gonna each other. We gonna sound the trumpet loud and clear. Your future is here, my dear. When him said that, I said, for real. And just start go down in night. So, you know, I mean, I said, why who listen? No, me never get, me come back again and say, guaranteed, but we never go down in the lyrics. So still, when Jack finished now, Steely said, Reggie, you better find some lyrics for your part now. I'm just going there. I'm just start. And then certain natural thing just come through. Just I talk about myself. I'm just say, I've been a rover all over the world. I've been to bed with so many girls. But little girl, you're not car. Remember, say, me just have a woman, you know? A new woman. And me like her, but and through them say we ask and we have enough woman, me don't want to know, say, I check for her. You see me I say? So I start, this lyrics when I come in with was it just straight to her if she understand me. You see me I say, I've been a rover all over the world, I've been to bed with so many girls, but little girl, you're number one in the world. You're worth more than diamonds and pearls. Day and night I love you more and more because the loving is ever so sure. It is guaranteed. And it just, why am I tell you, sir? Look after that me for the radio, it's shot. That's the most of my tune them go. That's the most of my tune them go, but tune me not really a par with no producer as such. You know, sometimes I'm not that lyrically inclined like them time, because you see things every day and then you're part of the producer, so anything will come to you, you can have a voice right away. You see me I say? Enough things come to me sometime and get away, you know. Some things come to me from the other day and get away, so man, oh, I truly don't even know, man. I mean, I like when some lyrics get to, I mean, I like chat, like things where everybody are chatting. You see me I say? I like that something there.
Keep it your own style.
Yeah, I mean, I like chat where everybody are chat.
There's another Stepper, Joseph Stepper. Any relation, any link?
Yeah, my little brother.
Okay.
Yeah, man, my last brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are related, like, for real, for real.
Yeah, same mother, same father.
Because I always wondered that. I said, okay, we know we have Reggie. There's Joseph, and you guys both did work over at Steely and Clevie. Just
yeah, I'm little brother, man, my last brother. I have Joseph Stepper, Marcus Stepper. I'm still have an next brother, but he's bigger than Joseph. But it's not like it's not like he's not getting the professional thing to it. Him still like it, him still do it in our community, but him need a little more roughness. Rough up himself more. Not necessarily rough up the vice, but rough up himself. I can't too cool, you know. But that's how you see, you know?
You get it. You're doing all this great stuff here. When did your album come out, Kimbo King?
I think it was 89. I think it was 89, 90. I think it was 89 or 90.
How did that album do for you?
It did good. Did good for sure. I mean, I have a whole heap of style on it. I have some tune I mean, love on it. I'm not really a DJ again, but I love them tune, man. But my first, even when I do Kimbo King, I do an album for Chopper, you know, production, you know. Yeah, Chopper used to play. I have a program on Gil Bailey we play all of my song them. So me have the Chopper song, you know, the Chopper album. I think it come out just after or little before. Because Chopper was the first man before Piper to take me in the studio a certain way.
Okay.
But you live a foreign and go back and stay too long, you know. So life goes on, so I end up at work with Piper. Chopper was the first man. And as a matter of fact, we were the one who went to Chopper. Because Chopper used to come from foreign and buy this whole Heineken and sometimes carry our new shoes or our new hat and thing and give the youths them, including me. Yes, and I say, so one year him come and I say, Reggie like that here? I say, yeah. And I say, what you want for drink? And I say, Chopper, every time you come and spend this one bag of money and drink this whole liquor, I mean, depend that, you know. And I tell you something if you do. If you produce, let's produce some tune, me the DJ, and Lionel Ganja Barrett are the singer. See, but what you do, just make Lionel sing on the rhythm then, and then me DJ on the rhythm then. And you just lay the track for the rhythm then. I saw me tell Chopper, you know, because that me sure I carry enough people in the business, you know, but when them get a chance to talk, them not talk them thing, you know. Them take everything for themselves like them didn't know nothing about the thing. And they know nothing about the thing. Piper never know nothing about music. Chopper never know nothing like that. None of them don't know nothing. I just Steely and Clevie and them man know about music. You see me I say? Them man never know nothing. Man I can't even dance, man, at them time, man. And we used to have a thing saying, for you can't dance, you can't do the reggae. But you can't learn to dance still. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Because I know even Winston Riley, Technique Labels, they put out an album for you, but this was a compilation with you, Kirpleton, and Cutty Ranks.
Yeah, what happened? He had just found Kirpleton. I gave him 3 tunes, and he had just found Kirpleton. Kirpleton was fiery hot. Coming. But me used to go and pop in and check Kirpleton. So me know about Kirpleton, because that be me, you know, me always know about the artists them before then shut off, you know.
Yeah.
Because me go everywhere, and me always hear them and say, I have the ability to know whether a man are good or not are good certain way. And most of the time, 99% of the time, you're right, but you still can't tell a man say him not going nowhere. Then you don't have the authority to tell a man that. You see me, I say, who is you? You're not the Almighty. Tell a man say him not going nowhere that music. Just to him sing a song and not sound good. Yeah, probably next song him sing it sound so good you couldn't believe I see in person.
True.
Because this is music. So me hear Kirpleton them long time, so Riley come to me and tell me, say, me never forget Riley tell me, say, Reggie, me find the baddest DJ there. I say, who that Riley? Me say, me didn't remember his name, you know. Some chapel something. I say, not chapel, man, a Kirpleton, you're fine, man. And he say, yes, Reggie, Kirpleton, man, what a man. I say, yeah. So now, me, Cutty Ranking, just find back some tune, retreat and them tune there. Me, just do them tune for him, and a bus and Ghana, England. Kirpleton, knew you just a find him farm, and then have the bad tune for Winston Riley, like a bus him. So Riley just use him as a producer, 3 from Cutty, 4 from Cutty, 3 from me, and think 3 or 4 from Kirpleton, and put them together. So it was like a DJ for a long time we just a get back bad. A DJ, we just a get bad. And a DJ, we just ban at the business. A sparkling DJ, which is Capleton. Sparkling fine. You see what I'm saying? So I saw, and Riley just go release the album over there. Remember the tune them, man. If you want to go, you just go. If you want to leave. And the Kuuno. And always commanding wife. She want to rule my life. I remember them tune, man. I use them tune enough. So I'll commanding wife. I love use them tune there. Love use that tune there.
Big song. It's somebody else, I think this is later on in your career, though. You did some work with Just Crew, Time One Records.
When Just Crew came along, Just Crew came along in the last part. But when I was working with Just Crew, I was mainly only working with Just Crew.
Okay.
I wasn't working with anybody else too tough. Because this is how it goes in Jamaica. When I work with a producer, I try give him some tune, or if you even one or two tune really bad. That's the name can't stand it. Because every label I go up and I do something good for it. You see me I say? And for myself. So if I have some tune on my voice, a combination. I gotta do yes. Remember Just Crew full. How me get to deal with Just Crew. We go a reggae bash in a Ochi. Me I work for IRA FM. See? But I think at the first show is them keep the first reggae bash them keep or the second. I don't remember. It's one of the early ones. Either first or the second. So when we go, Barrington Levy was on the show. Just Crew was like Barrington Levy manager and producer at the time. What's your name? Shelly Thunder, Billy Mystic and Field Band, Mystic Revelation, all of them name was there. See, so Mystic Revelation was there. And we perform. And then Barrington Levy perform. So one time we come at town, the next morning now, I'm living in a terrible area. And when we come in my yard, and then in my yard, and me here say some man I look for me. And I said, who that? And I come out, the Barrington Levy and Just Crew, man. So Reggie, I'm a tune for your voice with Barrington Levy, you know what I mean? I was so excited. But didn't ask them nothing about nothing else, no money, no nothing. Because Barrington Levy, I want to meet people when I check fast still, you know? So Barrington Levy. So the man some come voice with Barrington Levy. So it's Barrington Levy. When I go on there, Barrington Levy, me never know what I was going to do. Never had no rhythm, nothing. First time hearing the rhythm is when we reach the studio. Barrington Levy starts saying, something in my heart like a stream running down. It makes me feel so happy as can be. And when I think about the dancehall style and what it has done for me, there is something in my heart like a stream running down. Ali, 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 all him said that part there. Can me have the mic right next time? I just say, and him say it again. Ali, 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 just, never have no lyrics with you. I'm just original dancehall music. They're on the wanted list. Wanted by the public. So as soon as I come with Just Crew, and Just Crew start come for me regular. Just Crew, every time Just Crew come for me for voice, and next week name Tony something like that, one youth to walk up. Oh man, then killing me there mountain view. I mean, him Just Crew, he become Just Crew number one. He become Just Crew artist out there.
Yeah.
You know, remember when name now? Sometimes the man them dead, me can't remember the name after a while. Yeah, Nico Bridges still. So my enemy said the owner of Just Crew day and night, hours and night. I would just have vice pack. In vice pack, every rhythm Just Crew come with. I look at you out there. I know rate him star. Enough man to rate him, but it might work. You see what I say? Yeah.
Because I know you did with Just Crew, you did a song with Dennis Brown, and you did one with Beres Hammond also.
Oh yeah, I did a song with Dennis, but that's not for Just Crew. The song I did, Dennis Brown was oh my brethren, man. There's one, two middle thing, one with one. Oh, can't remember the man name star. I'm brethren, man. Yeah, man. So then me do that, and me and that school just turn friend. My vice the tune with Dennis Brown for that producer there, and then the tune with Beres after Lindo, Lindo,
Willie Lindo
in a Miami. Me do all tune with Cassif Lindo. You see me I say, but the tune I do with Beres. When I say Beres, you know what Beres still, Beres, even if I'm angry, you don't know, but yeah, Beres. When I do the tune with Beres, yeah, Beres. I said, when I say Father Beres, and I say, Father, you know the tune with me, I can't run again, I want to know. Well, in Miami at that time, you know. And Miami don't really have no charts, but you know, popularity chart. So run again, I want, and I say, Father, the tune me, run away, you know. Yeah, Beres. Yeah, true, you talk, man, but you could have deal with me a little better, man. You cost me too much nicer.
Yeah.
But it's not like say I just over ego. You see me I say? Get a chance to do something with Beres, and Beres should I say something like she's like him I said the girl that female. I said, no, Beres, man, I'm not your girl, man, I'm my girl. You see me I say? So it's a conflicting lyrics. He must say something that me are conflicted. But I go too hard for true, man. One time tell me that I'm going to listen back to true, I say, true, man. Because one time him say, nah, 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 nah. I'm say, what I tell you to cry now? I was trying to really approach the true like star, but I just over ego. You see me I say? And I don't like me eat Beres or nothing. Any artist that out there before me, you respect big and tall, right through, if I even one tune, if I even half a tune you have, and tune go out there. Because one time we are growing up, we used to say, for the man put out a song on a tune, we can borrow a piece of it. So, any man who was before me, they always respect them. All Babandi, oh man, I said, well, I'm a friend them just dead off. So Babandi, Dennis Brown, Gregory Isaac, the Tooth, I'm my biggest friend. Gregory Isaac, my biggest friend.
Okay.
My music. With a cry, man. Well, I'm a friend.
Did you record for him or did you do any songs with him, Gregory Isaacs?
No. He was just my friend.
Yeah.
He was my friend. And, anytime, because what happened, I used to have some people from Europe, some magazine people who come here to meet artists and do interviews. And, you know? So anytime them come, I always carry them for Gregory. Gregory always ready for the interview too, and me carry them. So, me and him just done big friend here. Him also even come for me for what I'm show for him at Jamaica. So little show at Jamaica, not the big show them. Some little show at Jamaica, me also working them for Gregory Isaac. Carry me out some little place in the country. Gregory Isaac and my friend, man, a Tooth, me call him, you know, Tooth. Most man said Gregory, but I said Tooth. Original Tooth.
Crazy, like that. Because you've done so much stuff. But it seems like the majority of your heyday was like, say, from about 89 to about 95 or so. That's when we got like the best of Reggie.
Yeah. But then because I start understand the business more, and I start. All right. By rights, an artist supposed to build him like a studio, start advise himself, for him getting an artist in certain way. But I just couldn't find. I try producing and I just couldn't. It seemed like that tie up with my DJ. So 95 now and them time then I'm start tour more. I start go to Europe and so every minute I go to Europe. So it was more like the touring thing start take off bigger than time there. So I never done a whole heap of records. My records still, but mostly when I go to foreign, I record for some foreign people. I wasn't stable. And most time forget the things into the right way, you have to stable. You see what I'm saying? I was not stable, man. Because people love the things for women like sometimes. So me never stay with them. As I come on to little after I'm gone, cause me not put up with foolishness. The man, me not like the man giving the orders. Like you want order me around and tell me to do this and tell me to do that. You know, me start get away, cause my name now, my name Reggie Stepper. Me have hits. One of us still a deal with me like, me a come on boy. Like you want to send me out and then something. No, man, me start get violent upon people. So people, so I couldn't stand for people after a while. After me say, certain people do some song, and the song and then get paid for it, and the royalties and them things. I mean, I get my thing, I mean, I get no justice in nothing. Now, if people want to take half of my royalties, so I sign some papers for them for a long time, half of my royalties, and then go and leave me, and them not business with me. And through the years, so now, some man do some things, sample some things off of my song now, them ready for come back. And that's some business, and that's some music now.
Because talking about sampling, I know Master P sampled Kimbo King in one of his songs.
Who?
Master P, the hip-hop artist.
Yes, and I didn't get $1.
What do you mean?
I know Kimbo King in sample. A jump and sound in sample.
Yes, that was it. Yes.
I heard it. And I told my producer Piper that here it is that I should get some. And him tell me say I get the money and him this and yo, some man for us go on about them business and leave Rasta alone, man. Tell me about him go late and him this and him that. Oh, Master P the richest rapper at them time in them time there. He use me sample me jump and sound because it's not one of his song. It's like him not pay it no mind and to him like collect the royalties to me. It's like him not. Them man they evil, yeah, man. Most of them man they are, man. Most of the producers them evil. You know why artists get certain things.
What was your experience?
Artists not going at them way, you know. Artists not stop nobody from doing them want to do, you know. But yeah, I always have some people who want to limit what artists forget. You see what I say? Like them want to put a boundary upon you. Artists not no limitation. Artists have no limitation. So yes, Sean Paul can match up the world. Not no limitation. Enough more man can match up the world. But through the producers, that's why the youth them nowadays. That's why I love them so much, you know. Even though I don't really know them, you know. But the youth them nowadays, they do their own stuff. Them do them own thing. Them not wait upon some guys to come carry them down. Like in my time. Anyway, the guys them they carry you down and there's some me go find them. If them they a million miles away, my truck end up road here. No, genuine. Probably most time, probably them start genuine. And after them start to the possibility. You see me I say? Like them feel say you're supposed to always be this little guy where them can send around this or send across this up. When you start finding your own thing now, you become independent, you have your woman and your kids them where you can give what you want to set them things right, send them to school, good school. Them not like these things, man. Worse if you come from some like a poor ghetto. They must say if you stay around and say, you know, so them come them hold for foolishness and fight your thing, you know, and then them come and smile, you know. In these times, I have no trust for a soul. Not no one that come with about trust. Trust what? I not trust nobody. Nobody come feel like say me and them have big friend and all that thing there. Unless me have friend for years. New business associates. That is what we deal with. No new friend. New business associates. And perhaps after a time when you're doing business together, you become friend. Because if somebody's working good with you, you automatically becomes brethren. You see me I say? Yeah.
What was your experience like, business-wise, dealing with Steely and Clevy?
Business. All right. Steely and Clevy used to pay royalties. No doubt about that. I used to go for my royalties and get my signed royalties, royalty checks. Piper used to pay royalty too, until him disappeared for about 15 years.
Wow.
This is me I say, in the music. This is me I say, in the music at worst, you're supposed to collect my royalties, then I disappear in the music. So how me I get mine?
Yeah.
These people crazy. These people sick. I don't understand the world, me. That's why I tell my man, say, not even my shadow me trust. I come too near me, because I look. And this place named Jamaica now. Jamaica is like the nicest place in the world and the worst place in the world.
Why would you say that?
Jamaica is nice because it's beautiful. But roughly 10 people dead in the last 2 days. Or more. Come on, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. 6 women or something like that. Crazy.
Beyond.
That's crazy, man.
You
my
brought
place
up
and my place. I love the car. I can't live a foreign. Time there foreign. After about 5 months, 6 months, my homesick would kill me.
You're ready to go.
Yeah, I'm ready to go home. I can't stay no matter what. Even if I make money, I have to go come home and then I come back. I don't know why I'm to Jamaica, so I love my place, you know. Love Jamaica. Love. I love no place like how I love Jamaica. I go all over the world. Nice things happen to me all over the world. I still love this Iraq here.
There was a couple more before I get you out of here. There was a name that you brought up earlier, Clinton Lindsay, as management. How did you connect with Clinton Lindsay?
Well, in my community, which is Grindsman, a Barbican I come from, but I live at Grindsman. I find my wife at Grindsman and live with her. So, Clifton Henry, Stereo One boss, lived just down the road. So he was like Clinton Lindsay right hand. So when my name came up as a new artist on the scene, he knew exactly where to find me. So what he did, I was in England when I spoke to Clinton Lindsay first. I was doing my second tour in my lifetime. Clinton Lindsay connected me in England through Cliffy. Cliffy make him connect. So him said he wanted to manage my career, and especially in America. So I didn't have no one doing it. So I said, okay. Yeah. And it started to make me feel good still. Clinton Lindsay make me go all over the place. So I don't have no complaint really with him. As I tell you, it was like everything was in packages. It's not like I was doing single shows by myself. Everything was in package. So everything was delivered in packages. Money and everything was in package. So I never have no problem still. Even though sometimes you feel like you really want a little more, but you work with it because it's a program that you agree to work. So Clinton Lindsay, man. So I know enough things in the for me musically and put out my things there, man. Remember saying they have the Jamaica Awards and they have the radio shows. So I them think them do interview and get called up on some Jamaica Awards and you know. Jamaica Awards was like the only reggae awards in New York City for years. You know? And Clinton Lindsay control that.
For sure there. One other name you brought up, Burro Banton. Give us the connection now. How the link with Burro Banton? Give us the connection here.
Burro was a DJ who was trying to follow for a long time. From back in the days. Because Burro was the original DJ who we know. You see me I say? Because Burro lived down the road from me. Burro lived on a Grindsman Wakapen side. Wakapen in the live at the time still. But he come from Grindsman. Wakapen Grindsman side Burro live and me come from Barbican. That's like couple about a mile down the road from where me live. So Burro used to come up all the while come DJ. So we used to do that. But when him there foreign now, I find this girl, I come a Grindsman and see this girl there, me like have this girl there. Till me and her live, till me and her start talk together. And time we start talk now, me understand say our mother, our Burro sister. I say, oh, we got two boarded gone afar. We never even know say him come back. We never even think about that. We did till we married. You see me I'm saying? And I want to say, Burro come back before me get married. Burro come back to Jamaica before me get married. And then I married him. I married her. Right now, me and her live 30 odd years. You see me I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm married from long time, about 31 years now. I'm about 30.
Crazy.
That's why I'm married.
In your career, when did you start to say Rastafari?
Rastafari was we do the song them for repeat. Because we have a contract with a company from Miami, Repeat Records. From not Miami, Orlando, yeah, Florida. Yeah. So them time I know me start Vice, my first. I start knock you up man, you know? Love Rastafari and going on. So I don't really know the ears. I'm never put a step. But how I became a Rasta, how I became a man with locks up my ear now. I came from New York one time, and I was in dressed up in that. First, I buy a Nike. I never used to support Nike. First, I buy a Nike. I buy a Nike slippers, Nike shoes, black and white, with a little red on the bottom right. So, I buy a FUBU suit. Them time the FUBU just come in. I buy a full yellow suit, FUBU shorts. I have on a FUBU. I have one hat named Dada. Everything come from America. I come from America, I come down and it's a stage show I keep a thing named Bus Out. And from the people them say, Reggie Stepper next. Me a grumbling. The people them not in on me. My hometown, you know.
Wow.
The people them start. So the man call me up now, I reach up on the stage and people then start boo. In my hometown, I never get a boo yet, you know. I get this boo in my hometown, you know. And I mash up the world, you know. And come over, I know, say, I set up people them. I don't call them names still, but I set up people them with bad mind. But to them enough, them fight against my thing. You know what I say? Set up people with bad mind against my man. I know them bad mind against them. I'm not feeling them, man. And the man, them boo me now, so when I come home tonight, I was really upset. So in the morning, my wife wake me up, and when she wake me up now, I have a CD where I youth named Boogie give me for listening with the crowning of His Majesty, crowning of Emperor Haile Selassie. So when I listen the cassette now, before the cassette reach the crowning, then put a little brief thing before the cassette reach the crowning of His Majesty. And like them I say, the man of the $10 million war chest, small punitive figure of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie, Ray, came to the Leagues of Nations, and the Italian fascists booed him. Will me hear that? He said, "Cheese and peace." So then boo all the king. I'm jump up with and say, as long as me live, me not trim again and shave. Nothing to do with Babylon and Ballad. Because it's full of Ballad them time. I say, the beer Ballad up, I saw boom one night. I not go back months now. Well, I mean, just accept the king. Just simple that.
Just like that. But you see, sometimes in life, it's just one action leads to a next action, and then this is what brings you right to where you are.
Yeah, because I never. All right, I have always loved Haile Selassie. I have always. My brother before me was a dreadlocks, and I always tell him, say, We used to say to him, say, the king is the greatest king of all kings.
Mm-hmm.
I tell him, say, this is a king bigger than the kingdom of England. So king bigger than the kingdom that come from Europe. This is a king is the original king. Because this is a king that come from Solomon. And so I said to him, I said, me rate this king here, me love this king here.
Mm-hmm.
So from where I grew up, me always love the king. Never have nothing bad to say about the king. When them say, he make lion eat the meat and the people them starve. And I say, he tell them to go farm. And them run down meat before them go farm. We don't know nothing, you know, because we never get the whole heap of studies after the thing then time there. But just, and there's some things that me read, me just start talk.
Just like that.
You know, you can't talk. Even the biggest feature of the king in anything came from some Canadian white man.
Okay.
Yeah, them feature the king more than anybody else.
All right. Okay, you've had this career from in the 90s until right now. What's been the highest point of your career and what's been the lowest point of your career thus far?
Highest point definitely was my first outing.
Mm-hmm.
My first time leaving Jamaica is my highest point because I've never been to anywhere else and people love me like how they love me in Nassau.
Mm-hmm.
When I went to Nassau, I went to a certain restaurant. When I ordered food and they heard who I was, they said, don't pay. I was told by the authorities in Nassau that I should not go around certain place because they rob. They call it around there the ghetto. Then say I must go by the ghetto. Me's a ghetto man. Me I go by the ghetto. So me go around the ghetto and the ghetto love me more than anybody else. That's what I say. So Bahamas was my highest point. I was at first I've ever seen so much love for Reggie Stepper. Remember me just a little DJ in Jamaica and never know something I get so professional and the business. But the low point now, I guess the low point was probably when we forgot it was Chicago. And we were stuck in the airport for about 3 hours. We arrived on the flight and was stuck, and it was in the war time, the Iraq war time.
Yes, and we had to be keeping our luggage. We couldn't leave our luggage, so we had to keep every minute the security come to us. What are you guys still doing here? That was, and we had to sleep there for a while. The guys who were supposed to pick us up, they didn't like they didn't get the message that they were supposed to pick us up. They didn't know nothing that we were there. Me and Ricky Stero. We almost slept in the airport. It was for a while. That was my lowest point. I never felt good. Another low point was when I was to come to Jamaica from England. I was supposed to come to Jamaica from England before Christmas. I've never spent a Christmas outside of Jamaica. Okay.
And I couldn't get on the flight. I was put on standby, and there was a flight like 2 days before Christmas that I was supposed to go on. When I went there and they told me that I couldn't get on the flight, I felt the eye water coming out of my eyes. As well, my first Christmas out of Jamaica, I had bought some things for my family, and I wasn't going to make it for Christmas. I heard that I should come back most of the 5th of January. And I wanted to come from England long time, so I was frustrated and everything. And when me want to go home, me just want to go home.
You get it 100%. Wow. Listen, this conversation has been an epic conversation, especially to see it from somebody like a Reggie Stepper, where we don't really see on the front lines like that too much. But your songs that you've put out were so amazing that definitely we know somebody like you. We wanted to hear the story behind those songs and see exactly how Reggie Stepper is doing. You understand?
Yeah, man. True, man. As me tell you, truth not hard for talk. I'm gonna lie hard for talk. You see what I say? I'm gonna just talk truth, you know. I'm in a business who begs, you know. Because me go and understand, say, but now I'm gonna take your thumb in my mouth. No matter with it, don't try it. Make you worry about it. Because we go through too much struggle to make somebody just hang with like little boys and fool we out and take off idiot. We'll go past that now. Reggie Stepper, grey beard and all. Let me tell me say, for black my beard, for do all kind of thing with my beards, and I tell them say, I not even have beard, and I precepts me have. We have beard, I goat have beard, I precepts me have. I'm not black nothing, I'm not hide. I'm not hide myself, Star. How me is how me is.
And
natural.
Come down to.
Yeah, I'm a natural man, I'm a man who just live natural. No respect. I don't eat meat. Like I'm a long time now. Me used to not eat no fish till I start eat back fish. But that's how I stay. But since I become a Rasta man, I've been going to the studio less. I don't know why. But it's coming like me not trust nobody around me. Too tough. This is I said, so probably that is the reason. I'm a develop a attitude where I can't trust the people then. They have done so many things behind my back. Yeah. And in front of me them smile. You know? Some of us get this attitude of me now. I'm like clump up with people. But then like go a show. If I go a show, I stay all crossway the road or far and look on the show. I'm not going at the show with the crowd, they are stand up in the crowd. If me a perform, yeah, me go backstage, but me not going to the show if me not perform and stand up in the crowd. Me don't even like that. You know? Yeah, man, I just stay by myself, be.
And keep it smooth like there.
Yeah, I'm comfortable being alone.
All right.
I love my company, I love my wife, and I love my kids. Can't do without that.
You get it. Right now, the floor is yours. If there's anything you want to say, anybody you want to big up, leave some contact information if they want to dub plates, they want to book for shows or anything. The floor is yours right now.
All right. Well, I already step for this enough for the good and the better, sometimes even for the best when it comes to the test. I'm not sound like nobody, I'm not sound like nobody else but myself. Reggie Stepper. Well, big up my wife, Mitzi Flex. Big up all of my baby man of them, so last year I know, because I love the whole of the set speed. Big up my youths them. All of my youths them, my 7 youths them, what I know about. You see me I say? Big up set speed. Big up, especially my daughter, who I got champion now.
Watch her shaking. Phone is shaking too much.
Oh, so make me feel proud. And them things. So big up all of my crew, a Grindsman crew, my Barrington crew, my Reddies Road crew, Whinning Skill Road crew, Junglist crew, Runner's name, Mullins Road crew, all of the crew, them Rockford crew, come out of the side, Dunkirk crew, all of the massive them in Jamaica, so let's say Maxfield crew, that's how we do it. Because we not leave up Maxfield, because we used to walk up and down on Channel 1, from Channel 1 to Sugar Mine to Black Cat. Around the corner, so we used to walk up and down from them places from where youth, walk off my clocks them. So big up all of the youths them. And everybody just know say Jamaica too wicked right now, so one of us try find righteousness. Try find righteousness. Because without righteousness we not find no comfort. We can't eat one another, so that's why we just want to kill one another. This is Jamaica, land of wood and water. And what go on? Warm to a country, warm to my people. And advice of them tune about uno still. And start advice back about uno. Yeah, man.
If they want
Canada crew, big up on yourself, Canada. Every time. So last year, one time I come to Canada, you know. One time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I come to Canada for 3 days. I'm sick. From the first day, I reach me sick. Because Canada is the coolest place I have ever been.
Yeah, it's cold.
Yeah, and I was coming from England, so I was like, yeah, I'm coming from England, so I'm all right. I may have on some clothes, but from the plane door, walk me land of Canada. The cold breeze were coming, me sick intermediately.
Yeah.
So big up yourself, said Speed, Celestia, I know. Entertainment reports, Celestia, I know, about podcast. All I crew them, Celestia, I know. Must big up yourself, said Speed. Respect you for the interview. I enjoyed it. Long, but I enjoyed it. Because my life story in a short.
You understand? You've been doing the business, and I said you have massive hits out of the business. So clearly, there's a lot of grounds to cover all the time. And I mean, and if they wanted dub plates, booking for shows, leave some contact information.
Okay, my number in Jamaica is 876-4400-107. Anybody can contact me anytime. Because I'm not hide from people.
Mm-hmm. You're on there.
Anything we can defend ourselves. We're not afraid of people. We're not hide.
You understand? Okay. Wicked conversation. But before we go, what I'm going to ask you for? I'm going to ask you for a wicked muscle medley before we go.
Guaranteed muscle killer, so no need no warranty. Yes, I'm muscle where the people need. Muscle who them need, I may say yes indeed. Come again. Ooh. A jump and sound over, so pack out through the gate, you figure. Jump and sound over, so pack up. I want to them muscle, I want to them. Little sound, little sound. Go on like you big. Test muscle and you will get killed. Kimbo. Original Kimbo King. Kimbo Queen and a King. Muscle a clip them wing. Muscle a flap everything. That's so we need. This is what I say.
Just like that, you understand. Wicked conversation again. Thank you for sitting down with us today, because this is definitely a conversation that I wanted to have for a while, and thank you for doing it.
Yeah, the pleasure is mine, you know. You don't want to do it tough, it's real.
All right. Let me give your outro and get you out of here, all right?
All right, bless.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Muscle, and this has been another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast, and we are out.
This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinemusichut.com.